what's going on? So, today we are going to be going over my grinding strategy for Metaphysical. I am currently level 1501, and I figured I'd share the strategy I used to get here. Now, this isn't like a get-rich-quick thing. You do have to have time on task, but I will share how I've managed to solo get things moving pretty quickly without needing any real glitches or exploits. The main one you will see me using is diagonal running. I do that because it's faster, but it is not at all required if you don't want to use it. So let's start with some setup. So the first thing we're going to need is a roll. Now we don't actually technically need this, however it is very convenient to have one because they give us abilities. Now when I am doing this, I will use the priest box. So I will select the priest, open the room, go and grab the box, and then I will switch to something else. I usually use hunter at the moment. However, if you're choosing this, you want to have your active role as something that gives you more health. So that could be the hunter, that could be the prepper, or that can also be the witch. However, you do have to manually apply your extra protection if you are the witch, so keep that in mind. If you could only choose one role, I'd recommend one with more health, but if you could have a box that ends the hunt, that is also really nice. Then my special ops room, I always have the gym. That doesn't really change anything. And then items. We are not going to be using evidence in this, so we don't really need to buy things like thermometers or EMF devices. So the things you will actually need are the shotgun, you will need chalk, you will need salt, you will need a shovel, you will need gasoline, you will need lighters. However, these three are only really needed if you're planning on killing Burn the Body Ghost. You'll want a flashlight, then katana, exorcism book, holy water, knives, sake, carpets, and that's it. So, those are the items you're going to need if you can't fill up the whole van. And I think from there we get set up.
Do whatever you do.
We're going to set our difficulty to Winchester. We're not going to be messing with either of those right now. And for maps, I always recommend small maps for grinding because the larger maps take a lot longer for, things to happen. My recommended maps, in order, Trumbo 14, Salisbury Street, which I think I also have as an option, Trumbo 13, the Backwoods Cabin, then Stratford Isle, then Bradfordshire Street. You almost always will have at least one of these. I will always choose Trumbo 14 if it is an option. Okay, so we load in. I always grab my flashlight, chalk, carpet, holy water, and shotgun. I leave the salt in the shotgun. When you pick up the shotgun, it'll come with salt, so I just leave that. We come inside, we find a choke point, and we place down our carpet and chalk. However, in this case, the ghost saw it before I put it down, so we know it's a ghost that can see pentagrams. So we go back, grab another chalk, and we try again. There we go. Now, we go out, we drop our flashlight, we drop the empty chalk along the way. We're going to grab a knife, we're going to grab a katana. Now normally, here, I would sit and watch my pentagram to see if it gets stepped in. However, we can't really see it from this angle, so I would do what I would normally do if I didn't see it get stepped in. I get drunk with the sake, grab the book, and we go in and find artifacts. There are going to be 3 artifacts every single time, and if it doesn't immediately get caught, you're going to want to grab them. So we got 1. We got 2. And 3. Assuming it has not stepped in our pentagram, once that has happened, I will get a hunt. So, in this case, since this chalk is still there, most ghosts cannot step on it, so I can just stand on top of this and I'll be safer. However, normally... Oh! Hi there. Okay then. So, this is the Grieving Gargoyle. And unfortunately, he can't really get to our pentagram at the moment. This will occasionally happen. So we just kind of have to wait for this pentagram to decay so he can walk into this one. When I'm normally doing this, I'll stand in that corner. You want to stand in the corner of a room where there's room to loop to start your hunts. Because that way if the ghost is nearby, you have room to move around and shoot it if it's something that needs to be stabbed or shot or whatever it may be. Now in this case, we just have to wait for this to decay, then he'll come out here, probably get stuck in this light, we'll turn the light off. Here we go. And bam! So we're gonna do, I think, 3 rounds for this video, and then I'm recording this in the same session, but there will be a separate video of going over more of this to, basically just playing this for a lot longer. So if the explanation in this video is not enough, which it probably won't be, that way you can look at that one to see more examples. So we come back, we buy back our chalk and carpet, and anything you forgot to put back in the van.
Hey, darling.
If you have used your box, you're going to want to grab it again. And in this case, I'm going Salisbury Street, because I don't see Trumbo 14. So again, we're going to grab our flashlight, chalk, carpet, holy water, and shotgun. Go inside. In this house, I use the stairs as my choke point. Oh, nightmare. Okay. Well, we're going to use this as an example of what happens when the ghost gets caught in the pentagram while you're outside. We're going to pretend we didn't see what it was. So in this case, I'm going to throw this down. We're going to throw our flashlight. So we have our holy water and shotgun. We're going to grab a knife. We're going to grab a katana. And we're going to grab the book. And we are going to grab silver. Then we go back in. The reason for the silver is when you are getting rid of a ghost, the vast majority of the time, if you are using the gun to exercise it, in all cases but one, you're going to need silver in the gun. The only other case is the grieving gargoyle, which we just saw. So if it's already caught in your pentagram, you're not going to need to shoot it with salt to deter it, so you grab silver because there's only one ghost that doesn't need silver. So we get rid of it, put it in the book, drop everything back off. If you didn't have a chance to grab your carpet because your inventory's full, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a $19 carpet. And also, in a lot of cases, it'll be burned by you exercising it.
Hey, darling.
So we get our stuff back, go back here. And in this case, we're going to the apartment map, which is not my favorite. So, flashlight, chalk, carpet, holy water, and shotgun. Now this one, you can either be on the bottom floor or the top floor. In this case, we're on the top floor. So, we go here. We have fingies. I don't really usually care about what evidence we get, because we don't really need it. Okay, so we place that down, drop our chalk on the way out, go back to the car. Now in this case, we can't really tell if it got caught in our pentagram while we're down here, so we will treat it like it did not get caught in the pentagram. So we're going to drop our flashlight, we're going to grab a knife and a katana. We're going to grab the sake and get drunk, drop that, and grab the book to go inside. We're going to leave salt in our gun, and we go up. From there, if it is not caught in the pentagram, we will go find the artifacts. So we'll find all 3 of them. If it is caught, we'll figure out what to do with that. Let's see. It is not caught. Alright. So now, we go around and find the 3 artifacts. I don't play this map very much, so it may take me a second to find them. That's a name. We don't really care about names. One of the things about this strategy is I do not... One artifact. I do not look for names. I do not burn the body if it's a burn the body ghost. And the time it would take me to, every round, check for all of the names and... 2 artifacts, if I can grab it. Check for all the names and go find the grave and burn the body. In that time, I could have done a whole other contract. Hello? So, when I am doing this strategy, I will not burn the bodies. Am I just incapable of grabbing this thing? Okay, I guess I am. I'll come back to that. Alright, and there's number 3. I'm gonna spend another second trying to grab this one, and if it doesn't work, oh well. Alright, we're giving up. So, now we get a hunt. In this map, I will use this room because it has the most room to loot. I will stand in the corner and get a hunt. Okay, in this case, so it's one of the Japanese models. It is not getting caught in our pentagram, so what I'm testing for is I'm testing for either a shoujo or a yukiana. In this case, you want to look for freezing. If you see your breath, it is a yukiana. If you don't, it's a shoujo. I did not see my breath, and I also had fingies, and I don't think the yukiana has fingies, so we know it was a shoujo. Now this is when you can only see when drunk, which is why I get drunk before going in. If I did not get drunk before going in, I would not have been able to see that ghost, and so it wouldn't have gone as well. However, if you don't want the drunk effect, you can choose not to, and then there are just a few ghosts you won't be able to figure out very well. So I come back, drop all my stuff off, make sure I have it in the book, and go back out. And that is the gist of it. I don't burn the body ghosts. The rest of them, I do whatever it takes to get rid of them. And that's about it. So that'll be the end of this video. I wanted to keep it kind of brief to make it less intimidating to start. But there will also be a second video that will be just me playing this for a half hour, which I'll be recording in the same session. So you'll get to see more of it in practice. So that'll probably be uploaded 1 or 2 days after the first video if you're watching this as it's uploaded. So I will see you then. But thank you for hanging out. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye bye!